Today we're in Northampton, Massachusetts. We're going to go over the Connecticut River Railroad Bridge, also called the Boston Main Railroad Bridge, also has other names. But it's now where the Norwalk Rail Trail is, and it used to end right here, but about 20 years ago they extended it across the street. Now it goes to downtown Northampton up in the park. It also goes up there. You take a cut over to East Hampton to the border of Southampton, and you follow this way over the bridge, you go away to the border of Belchtown. Right? It's been around 40 years, extension 20 years. Wonderful system. So, other things you can do from here is you can go down a set of stairs back here, and you can get onto those stairs and go down to a place called the Connecticut Greenway State Park. And you can launch your kayak or canoe, right? Other things you can do in this area is cross over the Calvin Coolidge Bridge, which is nearby. Okay, so what do you want to learn today on the bridge?
So what can you expect to see over the bridge?
Well, in one direction, you can have scenic views of the Mount Tom Range and the Mount Hope Range. And the views are actually better on the Calvin Coolidge Bridge, but they're pretty good from here. Then the other direction, you get great views of the Sunderland Shallows. Right, it's quite a difference in views because one spreads wide open towards the ranges and the other gets narrow and very low level of water. Right, and if you ever get lost, there's maps and there's guides up the street. There's a park ranger. There's a station over here with maps on both sides telling you what to see. And you can park back here. It's right off the interstate, and the Calvin Coolidge Bridge is back there. So much around the area. So now I'm going to walk over the railroad bridge. Okay, so we're looking at this area for you. Okay, now we'll just go over for you. Up that way is the extension into downtown Northampton. And like you can see, it's a long wooden bridge with a wooden platform. The bridge itself is actually with iron trusses to it. The bridge is from 1887, made by the Hocken Iron Works Company. They made a lot of bridges around Massachusetts. They made a lot of steeples and bells. And we'll try to concentrate on one side of the river when going over. Okay, you can kind of see the river is a little muddy today, but compared to the other side, it's narrow at this point because there's an island in the middle, and the island is cut into two parts. And up there, if you go further, it's Hatfield and Whately and Sunderland. It gets rather shallow and narrow around here. If you come here in different seasons, you get different views. If you come in April, you see logs floating down the river. If you come in the winter, you see all the vegetation has gone away. Okay, you can see it's a very narrow walkway, about maybe 9 feet across. This replaces the railroad bridge itself. This was made about 35 years ago. Okay, now at this point we'll cross to the other walkway, and you can see the Calvin Coolidge Bridge is there. It's a metal thrust bridge. They repaired it, so there's 4 lanes, 2 in each direction, and that means there's only one sidewalk now. But we have a separate tour going over there, and I explained that. Now this waterway opens wide open for you, and you get a great view because it's a large meander and also gets deeper. A lot of boats go in there, while the other section I just pointed to, they don't go very much. Then there's also a boat access location down there for you. Okay, you can see that quite easily. That's Connecticut River Greenway State Park. And then we're crossing this island. Okay, and I think there's 3 buttresses in the river. I'm going to check that when I go down to the Greenway State Park. You can see a boat coming towards you. Usually what they do is come up to the bridge and turn around and go back towards South Hadley. And on a summer day as today, you get lots of bike riders, lots of hikers. This bike path used to start in Northampton, and it would go through Hadley, into Amherst, and right up to the border of Belchtown. Now it's extended a bit into East Hampton. You can see this part we're walking over where the island is. And you can see the bridge is a truss bridge with many spans. I think I counted on like 13 once. Okay, now we're coming up to a marina over here, and you can see the rest of the bridge. Yes, there is 3 supports on it, like I said. Okay, that's the Calvin Coolidge Bridge. You can see in the distance the Mount Holyoke Range spreading out. On this side, you can see that it's calmer, shallower. Right, only a few boats go up this far because once you go up a couple miles more, it's very shallow. Okay, so I'm going to go a bit more for you. You can see the Calvin Coolidge Bridge has an end buttress with the buttress is continuing upwards. You used to be able to go inside those, the workers, and work on the bridge. All right. So it's quite beautiful around here. And if we walked further, we'll be able to see the Mount Tom range also. And these ranges are much more visible when you're in the Calvin Coolidge Bridge. Okay, so I'll say goodbye for now, and make sure you check out other videos about Northampton and about this area.